We understand that Nissan's board dismissed Carlos Ghosn as chairman, but this is only according to a report from NHK. We also called Nissan, and for the moment they're declining to comment. So let's get straight to our reporter on the ground from Yokohama. He is Stephen Engle. Stephen, just update us on the situation. So we have this NHK report saying he's been dismissed, but actually Nissan saying we don't want to comment yet.
Yeah, they're not going to be commenting yet. They're going to be making a filing to the Tokyo Stock Exchange. But if NHK, which is the state broadcaster, is announcing this, that is probably fairly accurate. It would mark the stunning and fairly swift end to Carlos Ghosn's position as chairman, the turnaround artist who took this company 20 years ago when it was a failing company and nobody necessarily wanted to touch it. He turned it into one of the largest automobile groups, along with the alliance, of course, with Renault and Mitsubishi. So it's a sudden and quite dramatic fall from grace for Carlos Ghosn, one of the main icons of the automobile industry. Now his next challenge could be even greater than his survival in the auto industry, and that could be his legal situation. We heard from prosecutors in Tokyo, they saying if Ghosn's actions are indeed true, that would constitute a heavy crime. He has been accused by the Nissan executives, the CEO. He's handpicked protege of financial crime. So now he faces perhaps as much as 10 years in prison if he is indicted and if he is convicted of these crimes.
Okay, Stephen, how far, first of all, does the Japanese lawmakers want to take this? So will he, as you say, face prison? And does it automatically, how do we know about the state of what Japan sent over to France? France were saying, look, we want to see what Japan are looking at before we decide what happens with Renault.
Yeah, that's right. So a big question will be how will Renault deal with this going forward if he indeed is removed as chairman of Nissan. Of course, Renault owns 43% of Nissan. They would like to have a say, of course, in the path forward for the alliance. It does raise questions about how this the glue will remain sticky, if you will, with the man, the architect of that alliance is out of the picture, at least at Nissan. Renault has already, we saw it yesterday, they have reconfirmed, at least for now, Carlos Ghosn as their chairman. However, they have appointed a deputy interim CEO, the Renault COO, given the fact that Carlos Ghosn right now is incapacitated. He is in a Tokyo detention center. He could be there for at least another week as Tokyo prosecutors put together their case to decide whether to indict or not.